Bukes, hitters 5K or over. Who do you have?
Yeah, let's go with Austin Riley, who has been absolutely crushing it at the plate, and he gets to play in Coors Field for a series. The Rockies desperately need Austin Gomber to go deep into this game because that bullpen yesterday against the Marlins combined for 7 2/3 innings and gave up 11 runs during the doubleheader that they played yesterday and last night. 9.2 average against lefties for Austin Riley in terms of DraftKings fantasy points. Going against lefties has been the matchup for him that you want to target with him. 444 WOBA, 321 isolated power, and a 184 WRC plus. He's absolutely crushing in this type of matchup. Over under for this game is set at 11.5. Unders have been the name of the game so far this season. I think that game goes over today with the pitching matchup and all the bullpen guys they had to use for the Rockies yesterday. Give me Austin Riley in this matchup against Gomber.
Same to you, Mr. Halterman. Hitters 5K and up.
Yeah, I'm going to stick in that same lineup and go with Ozzy Albies right at 5K. Hasn't had a particularly good this season, but it's Ozzy Albies against lefty. You always like Ozzy Albies against lefty, even if it's not in Coors Field. Even this season, when he hasn't really been good against anybody, he's still striking out less than half of the time against southpaws compared to righties, just over 10% against lefties, just over 21% against right-handers. For his career, he's got a 94 WRC plus against righties, which is very unimpressive to say the least. That's 1 point better than Kurt Casale's career mark for reference there. And he's got 141 against lefties for his career, which is 1 point better than Ronald Acuna, who you may have heard of, is a pretty good hitter on that same Atlanta team. So whenever you get Albies against the lefty, you got to be interested. I don't think his poor start this season is enough, especially given that it's Coors Field here. I don't think that's enough to make me look elsewhere.
Garion, no visible flames. That's a good thing. Bring us a hot take here.
Not overly hot, especially if there's going to be a bunch of rain in New York. That would cool things down. I'm going to keep trying this until it can't happen. Like Aaron Judge against Reed Detmers is a hilariously terrible matchup for Reed Detmers. Steve and I, we got caught for hating on Detmers a couple of weeks ago. Just so happened it was the miracle game where he threw a no-hitter. Since then, he started 2 games. He's given up 8 earned runs and 4 home runs. He's not good. I don't care that he threw a no-hitter. And Aaron Judge, I don't understand the algorithm and placing him. I don't like, okay, maybe he's the 4th or 5th most expensive outfielder. He should be the most expensive hitter on this slate. He leads baseball in barrel rate. He leads baseball in expected slugging percentage at 750. He has the highest expected WOBA against left-handed pitching, not just this season, but going back to like 2019. That's how much Aaron Judge crushes lefties. This is just a ridiculously bad matchup for Reed Detmers. I wanted it to happen last night. I'm crossing my fingers and hope it actually happens tonight. We'll see. But if this game gets going, you have to have Aaron Judge in the lineup.